Hey guys, I think I think I'm live. We'll find out. um, it's what? It's Tuesday, right? And we are nearing the end of the month. January is a tough month for a lot of people. If you suffer from seasonal depression, of course, um, this is it. This is the month. Toughest one of all, I think. I don't rightly suffer from seasonal depression. I've had no lying depression for much of my life. Hey, Dragon Fruit Man, Riley, how are you? Um, as did my mom, and it does worsen though, and the colder, less light, little less motion, ease of motion. Dragon says, see, I'm first, you are first. You never know. You might be the only one. Just never know with live streams, you know what I mean? That um people come, people go. Take it all in stride. As it should be, you do your thing, regardless. Let's go ahead and say it, guys. Irregardless. Irregardless of what others do. And I do keep that in mind. Hey, Danny. Danny's waving at Dragon Fruit Man. So February coming up, a few more days. I like February. February gives us a glimpse of what's to come. Gives us a glimpse of a possible spring, which is always cool. 2350. Glad to see it moving, Runner Boy. Hey, Rebecca. I'm glad to see it moving. Riley says, I don't know why my memberships do not work. I've been trying to buy some memberships and they're not working. Huh. Have you maybe sent an email to YouTube? Hey, Rebecca, how are you feeling? You had the flu, right? Well, it's not giving you money back. That's not right. So at 2350, with 5 days being held, and you had a couple big live streams in there in that 5 days, um, I imagine that puts you at 24 something, which means you're in the 500 range for sure. And just keep doing it every single night until I would do a live stream every day and a restream every night until I hit that number. I bet you can do it in less than 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Runner Boy says Dragon go to the bank, they will refund it for fraud. Rebecca says I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Rebecca. I was talking about seasonal depression or regular depression. Will I'll be live tomorrow as well. Awesome. You're getting there. It's just really nice after I know you were frustrated. Things didn't seem moving for a while. Man, it took forever to get out to that 1900, didn't it? Good job. Hey, Joe. Thrive and Glow with Joe is here. We got 10 jewels. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hey, Joe, how are your watch hours? Riley says, okay, I will. One of us says I was stuck on a 2K for ages. Yeah, I just remember you being in that 1900 range for a really long time. So it's good to see things moving. Drive and Glow with Joe says, hello, Rebecca. Hey, Joe, are you subscribed to Rebecca? Rebecca just subbed to Joe. Hey, Rebecca, you would love Joe. Very inspiring and motivating channel. I use those two separately because not everything that's motivating ultimately leads to inspiring. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how are you? So Joe is just over the 1500, which puts you over halfway. 5 days are being held by YouTube. So that puts you well over halfway. Awesome, Joe. I think you could do it by summertime, if not sooner. Philosophy says back and better. Well, I'm glad to hear. One, I'm glad to hear that you're back, and I'm glad to hear that you're better. Dragon Fruitman says I was at 60 drivers, but now I'm not. Oh, subscribers? What do you mean now you're not? Where are you right now? You have 58. Oh, I see. Well, let's get you back up there. So yeah, Joe. I don't know if you're subscribed to Rebecca, but she is running 1,000 miles for Make a Wish Foundation. One of my says I'm hoping to tie end of next month. I'll be monetized by the end of February. Oh yeah, easily. I'm thinking within the first week, 2 weeks at most of February. Small face says so glow. Hey, you guys subscribe to Thrive and Glow with Joe? As mentioned, super inspiring channel. Motivation is what you sometimes need to get to the gym. We all need a little bit of motivation from time to time. Inspiration is your reason for being in the gym. It's your reason for watching what you eat. It's your reason for sitting at a blank screen and writing something, or your reason for getting your hand in clay and shaping something or painting something. Inspiration is what guides. Motivation is that shot of energy when we need it. Which is why I say that Joe is both inspiring and motivating at the same time, which is pretty awesome. Joe says, when is your run, Rebecca? She's doing it now. It's like a fundraising. Boy says, Dragon, I'll have to sub to you. Hold on. Danny's saying hi to everyone. Hey, relaxing. Hello, everyone. Beautiful friends. Hello, relaxing. It's nice to see you. Jimmy says, hello, relaxing. And let's see. Riley gets subscribed to Joe. Awesome. Danny's waving at relaxing. Hey, Toy Pups. How are you? How's your week going, Toy Pups? Joe says, but wait, it's just for a positive, healthy lifestyle, not just hitting gym. But thank you, Yosi. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And I do mention that Joe is another one. It's an emotional support health channel. But the reason I mentioned the gym, I wanted to make that distinction between motivation and inspiration. And the gym is sometimes the best metaphor that I can use. The same with art though, as well. Let me use my yoga asana practice as an example. Sometimes I need a little bit of motivation to get out of bed at 2:15 to do my yoga, to meditate and do my yoga. but the reason I get out of bed is inspiration. Does that make sense? This is why I said that Joe is both inspiring and motivating at the same time. Hey, Martine. Rebecca says, I have ran 320 miles so far over about 9 months. I have no set time limit for it. I've raised just over 300 pounds of my 500-pound goal for Make a Wish so far. Awesome. And that's such a worthy foundation, too. Flip Up says, Danny. Martine says, hello, Eric. Hello, Martine, my friend. Flip Up says, hi, Yogi. Hey, Songyo, how are you? Relaxing sense and prayers, and to you as well, my friend. Jamie says hi to Toy Pups. Joe says, please leave a comment and I'll go back. Thank you so much. Yes, Joe is also a wonderful support channel. She's been a big supporter for me. As a matter of fact, Joe was my very first super chat ever. First person within like moments of me getting my first live stream, moments of me getting my getting monetized, and Joe was there. Pip Pup says Jamie Brown. And Riley says he's at 59 subscribers. Is anyone here not subscribed to Dragon Fruit Man? Tim says so again. Yogi, hey Tim, how are you? Always good to see you. Drive says every Toy Pups, literally. They are definitely easy to love, aren't they? Small Face says he's back again and even better. That's hard to believe. Even better. Because you're about top of the line best. When you're at top of the line best, man, how much better can you get? If anyone can do it, though, it would be our friend Small Face. We put in some big work with Jace today. Joe says, I'm good, Tim. I had to call my son over to tell me what game you were playing yesterday. And Joe says, I'll look for your fundraiser, Rebecca. Love to support a great cause. And Make a Wish Foundation is really such a great cause, too, isn't it? Smallface says, I was so tired about 4 hours ago. A few hours later of sleep, I woke up and feeling amazing. I feel lighter already. Awesome. You're looking good, man. You really are. Way to go, Dragon Fruit Man. 61 subscribers. Songho says hi to Puppy Mommy. Rebecca says, thanks, Joe. I really appreciate it. Tim says, Joe is a sweetheart. Yes, she is. Joe was number 61 for Dragon. Nice. Danny says, I wonder where's Mad Face. I bet you Joshua will show up. And if Joshua shows up, and if you mention Mad Face, I bet you Mad Face will show up. Hey, Cat and Jack. Hey, did you watch Groundhog Day? Let's see. Song that says, hi to Joe. Martine says, I would like to say a big thank you for Yogi for getting me closer to being monetized. I really appreciate it. We'll keep up with my content. We'll be celebrating my second year on YouTube in February. Hey, so let's get you monetized in February. Let's get you monetized as a celebration of your 2 years. 2 years of excellence. Are you guys subscribed to Food from Afar? I mention this often. She is outstanding at what she does. It's always interesting recipes. She explains it so well. She's extremely entertaining when she talks and just down to earth. I love channels that just make me feel good to hang out with the people. Tim says, me playing a game yesterday, Joe. Cat just now finishing the movie. Cat was watching Groundhog Day, one of the all-time great comedies. Small Face says, Matt Face is amazing. He is. Hey, Jennifer. How are you? Joe says, so Jennifer. Cat says, I loved it. Yeah, me too. Again, it's one of those movies I never get tired of. It has a very Buddhist theme to it. Martine says, "Oh, thank you, Yogi. Absolutely. Like I said, I want to support as many channels as I can. I love supporting channels, but I absolutely love supporting the channels that have this positive message where the people clearly love what they're doing, where it's a channel of their passion. Hey, Robbie. Robbie says, hi, enjoy everybody. How are you? So Robbie's got a new channel, 78 subscribers. If anyone here says I'm bouncing through channels, well, I'm glad you bounced over here for a little bit. Let's see. XGC says, mod chat. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Smallface says, Rebecca used to be in the military. So, are you guys subscribed to Robbie Blake? Brand new channel. He's putting out some workouts. He's growing it. He is friends with our friend, the amazing, energetic Joshua. Then he says, hi, Robbie Blake, and to XGC. Joe says, thanks for stopping by, Robbie. Modulating other comments. Not that I'm aware of. We pretty much have a please don't delete comments unless, if it's like a personal attack on someone or if it's like really, really out of bounds. But if it's like directed at me, I'll be honest, I don't care. I don't care at all. Words on a screen. Rebecca says, small face, I'm in the Army Cadets. Milka was in the Cadets. Cat says, explain the Buddhist theme in the movie Groundhog Day. The opportunity of getting it right. Harold Ramis, the director, was very much, he wasn't a practicing Buddhist, but he was very much interested in Buddhism. The fact that he was stuck and it was an illusion, it was Maya that he was stuck in. And he was given the opportunity to keep perfecting, to live the same episode over and over and over again, perfecting each moment as it came up. Give me a second, Kat. Please see. It was a really good article. And I think it might have been Lions War, which is the um, Buddhist magazine. You could also say, um, for me, I've never heard this mentioned before, but you could also see it as a theme in A Course in Miracles, that it was finally through continuous acts of kindness and coming to understand and a deepening love that he awakened. But here, this is from, I think it's Lion's Roar magazine. The movie's themes of rebirth, suffering, and personal redemption parallel Buddhist teachings. Samsara, the cycle of death and rebirth that Buddhists believe is a cycle of suffering. Karma, the idea that people must reincarnate until they find enlightenment. Personal redemption, the idea that people can break cycles of self centeredness through personal redemption. An example is that Bill Murray is stuck in a cycle of reliving the same day. Connors is stuck in a place he despises, which reinforces the idea that samsara, that cycle of life and death, is a curse, which is very much in accordance with the Course in Miracles. Bill Murray gives up trying to possess the woman he loves, which allows for true intimacy and participation. All right, let's see. XCG says Boris. I agree. Very Boris. I don't think we could get any more Boris than this. Let's see. Rob Joe says 79. Robbie, nice. Dragon Fruit says, I wonder where Mad Face is. He might be lurking. Mod's failed at school. I don't know. I never asked. Jennifer says, I know I just got here, but I have to go. Just saying hi to everyone, including Eric as well. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that. What's this guy talking about? Read a book, Bible, news, anything? Anything you want. Pick a subject. Mateen says, XCG mods don't fail. Please don't diss all mods. This is true. The reason why there's so many mods is so people can connect with each other. Everyone here, uh, for reasons that they have, want to expand their channels. And all of them are beautiful channels that should be expanded. So this is the way people can make friends, support each other, gain some supporters for themselves. Ortiz says, we don't delete comments XJ and I didn't fill in school. Thank you very much. And once again, I am Boris. Kat says, are you okay, XGC? No, I don't think anyone's mad. Danny says, bless you, Yogi. Ortiz says, please be polite. Ortiz says, Yogi XG has been a bit unfair. Yeah. It's just I have a different way of looking at it. You know what I mean? I don't. It's just words on a screen. However, Martine, if you find it's distracting you, if it's bothering you, then feel free. But the thing is, people people come in, they seem to attack. Every attack is either a cry for help or asking for love. So what do you do? That's the question. What do you do? If someone comes in asking for help, what do? They don't even know they're asking for help. Obviously, that they're seeking to gain something, seeking to get something by provoking. If you're provoked, you're just giving energy to the provoking. If you can look at it and just smile, that this person is literally asking for love and not even realizing it, literally projecting and not even realizing it. It changes everything. Changes everything. Instead of getting upset, instead of getting mad, instead of being offended, um, you give them help. You give them love. Yep, Smallface summed it up. A person like XGC, all he did was tell us about his life. He was projecting. Hey, Jim Rat, another big session for you today. Martin says he was disrespectful to you. He actually wasn't disrespectful for me in the least, because I don't base my respect upon what other people specifically, other people who are, a ghost in the machine. But I do appreciate you looking after the channel, Martin. Smallface says, Jim, did you have a workout with Jace today? He had a big workout with Jace. Cat says, all accepted. Yep. Smallface says he was asking for love. Martin says, understand that, Yogi, but how far do you go before it's too far? I don't have it, me personally, I don't have it too far. It doesn't mean that there might be something that I don't react to. Of course I do. Um, but I don't mind people showing me how far can I go. You know what I mean? How much can I take? It's just opportunities to practice. But Martine, as far as I'm concerned, with you can never go too far. You are a friend and family. You're important to me. You're important to my channel. So I want you to feel. I want you to feel comfortable. Um, Martine says, I just don't agree with someone that is disrespectful. The problem is there's so many people like that um, on YouTube. And I just realized a long time ago that you can never delete or ban your way out of it. People just keep coming back. They'll come back under a different name. Um, but again, uh, Martine, I support you. Jim says 300 sit-ups, 301 pump burpees, did a 200 more each by myself. So I got 1,000 reps total. Wow. Big day for silly gym rat. Hey, Austin. Austin, how are you? Jim rat says he said he actually sweated. He said, I actually got better. Small says, Jim rat, after all that, was the only one Jace sweating. Austin is eating popcorn. Hey, Erica Point. Enjoy the popcorn. Jim rat says, thank you, small face. You got your reps in today, Erica Point? Martine says, yep, I agree with that statement, Yogi, and I am honored to be family. Just watching out for you and my family of mods. Got you, my friend. Rebecca says, hi to Erica Point. Trending says, like and sharing. So, Yogi, thank you, Trending. Appreciate that. Another day of 4 pumps. 400 push ups in the bank. It's a big day. Austin says he's doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear that, Austin. Jim Red says, "Oh yeah." Then I joined Bodyweight Beast. Did 25 more one pumps. So what's that? 1,025 reps total. Hey, Global, how are you? Man, I'm enjoying the AI dancing. It's pretty awesome. Danny says, like Yogi, forgiveness said we need to forgive other one. Absolutely, Danny. Jim Rat says, great job, Eric. Hey, Eric, good point. Now that you have some downtime before things, I guess, pick up in the spring when you got some mowing and stuff to do, um, do you got any big plans? You gonna do uh, another Holy Grail? Training says, Sir Yogi. Eric Point says, hey, Global. Global says, how is everyone? Good, Global. How are you? How's the tattoo coming along? Hey, you guys subscribe to Follow Me Global? He's been a longtime friend. He's got a really funny channel. Guys, you got to check out the dancing on his channel. Jim Rat says 60 squats for the likes, too. Nice. Global says, appreciate it. Absolutely. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare says, hey, Yogi, nice to see you. Martine has been challenged to cook with a meat organ that I've never before, ox heart. I've never heard of ox heart as a food. I've heard of oxtail. My dad used to cook, they would buy a whole chicken and have the chicken liver and the chicken heart and my dad really loved organ meat. Chicken heart. What else was there? What's the gizzard? What do you get to pick how you're gonna cook it? What you're gonna do with it? Martine says, "Oh, thank you, Rebecca. We'll hit you up." Eric Quinn says, "I'm not sure, Yogi, but you know me. One day I'll just wake up and go for it. Might not even be one day. It might just be like in a moment, which is what you did with the shot caller, and then you turned around and did it the next day. To me, that was one of the big amazing feats in burpee lore. Was your first shot caller, where Leo was doing it, and you were like, "Well, okay, I'll join." I don't even think Leo said like, "Hey, Eric Lapointe, do you want to join?" It was just Eric Lapointe said, "Hey, I'm in." Smallface says, "Rebecca, I've subbed. Just running. How long you've been running for?" Matisse says, "Look, I read that." Food from Florida says, "I've done chicken heart as a paste." Yeah, my dad used to cook it up. I used to enjoy chicken liver. Rebecca says she's been running for about 9 months so far. Nightmare says, "Slow brother LP with a salute." 1,000 miles to make a wish, says Rebecca. Martine says, yes, I can cook it how I want. So probably a ox heart stew. It's a tough meat to cook, so slow and low. Slow and low. I like that. Small face says, chicken heart lizard. That's pure evil. Chicken heart, gizzard, and liver. Let's see. Global says, finish my tattoo next month. Now, you expanded it, right? You decided not just go with the back. Small face says, Rebecca, awesome. Says, thank you. Hey, Cooking Trend. Like to share Sir Yogi. Trending support, Buddha support. Thank you so much. Amazingly, I'm caught up with the chat. This does not happen often, and it's always reason to celebrate. If it didn't seem somewhat over the top, I would ring the bell for me. Uh, is that uh, lamb liver or lambda liver? It's nice. My dad used to like beef liver. My face has chicken liver. Jimmer says we got pretty high views on our live today. Almost 15 watch hour times. Not bad for a 2 hour stream, huh? Excellent. Excellent for a 2 hour stream. Lamb's liver is nice, says Martine. Globo says love liver. Any organs are good. Yeah, like I said, my dad used to like it. I used to cook my dad liver in his final years, and I had some commentators saying you're not a very good vegan cooking meat, serving meat to other people, that you're part of the problem if you do that. Some of these people saying that weren't even vegan. They just wanted to call me out for being a less than perfect vegan. My answer always the same. It's what my father wants. I'm a caregiver. My job is to care. My job isn't to say I won't do this for you because I have these principles or even that I have these ethics. Those are my ethics. I don't inflict them on anyone, most especially my father who trusted me to care for him. We got more Buddha support, singing vlog. Smallface says, is liver of the chicken tiny? It must be. It's yeah, it's fairly small. Depends, of course, depends on the size of the chicken. And if the chicken was a drinker, the drinker may be overindulged in some alcoholic beverages and might have had a bigger liver than others. Softface says beef liver. Yeah, my dad liked liver and onions. But like there was a restaurant, a delicatessen actually, a deli, in the mall where I live, not far from where I live, and they had a um, chicken liver and Dijon mustard sandwich. Your dad was all in on the organs of animals. He grew up very poor in the Depression, and they hunted for the meat that they had. And everything was used. Every single part of the animal was used. And they were extremely fortunate to have it. And he kept that appetite. People who grew up in the Depression had that Depression mentality for the rest of their lives. Global says, Rebecca, it's up to you. Awesome. Guys, make sure you subscribe back to Follow Me Global. Jim says, I remember my mom cooking us liver and onions as kids. We always hated it. Till this day, I still hate it. Yeah, a lot of people can't even stand the smell. Rebecca says, thanks, Global. I appreciate it. I never minded it. But, because my father liked it and I admired my father so much, if he ate it, I ate it. Global says, we eat liver bacon and mash here in the UK. Liver bacon. I hadn't heard of that. Coffee says, I'm not vegan. I've just never known about those parts. Obviously, I've been to a KFC, so I can't say I'm perfect. Didn't like it though. There's not much chicken in KFC. There's a lot of batter. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fried stuff covering the chicken, but when you get down to it, there's not a whole lot of chicken. Martine says, eat from head to tail from any animal, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what my dad said. What my dad did, his whole family. Smallface says, were you raised on a farm? I wasn't raised on a farm, but my cousins, all of my cousins, either lived on farms or they worked in the woods, lumber business. My grandfather was a forest ranger. And when I was 15, I went to live with relatives up in the mountains in Pennsylvania. And I worked in a veal farm about 5 months or so, give or take. And it left an inedible impression upon me to this day. A large reason of why I'm a vegan. Martine says, when I mean any animal, I mean cow, pig, etc. Cat says it took care of an elderly couple who lived through the Depression, and she's in particular was a hoarder, and she did blame it on going through the Depression. Yeah, it's we could almost call it, and it carries on to their kids. I know it certainly carried on through me a little bit. Epigenetics, which is a fascinating science that we have epigenetic trauma. We have look at the alcohol problem on Native American reservations. Look at children of alcoholics, grandchildren of alcoholics. Epigenetically, it's carried through the genes. The genes are much more flexible. They're much more imprintable. I'm not sure that's an actual word, imprintable. Rebecca says, bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, Rebecca. We appreciate it. I'm glad you got some subs, and I appreciate you subbing to others. Frogface says, love fish. Eric says, so true, Cat and Jack. Liver bacon and mash. Yeah, I never heard of that. Global says, I'll eat anything, to be honest. Jim Rat says, I'm asking Jason about liver bacon, see if he's tried it. Hey, Martine, have you tried liver bacon before? Jim Rat says, bye. Take care, my friend. Joe says, thank you, Joe. You got 10 more jewels. Joe says, stay to missing the point. Hey, Eric, have you hit 2,000 watch hours yet? Is he making some pretty big leaps? Cat says, so basically, it's like in their DNA. In that case, you believe in quantum healing, healing past generations and future generations of these things. I do very much so. Deepak Chopra writes quite a bit on epigenetics and epigenetically healing. Michael says, hey, Yogi, sorry I missed the chat tonight. I was emailing the script to Fever Animations. That's okay. You were doing important work. Got to take my supplements. I don't have tea here this evening to remind me. That's the key to, in yogic terms, it's called a samkara. Samkara is a epigenetic imprint that we inherit, and we also groove within us from the moment we are born. So virtually everything we do has an emotional imprint that we just fall into. It's like a groove on a record album. Someone does this, the needle drops in place. Someone does something else, the needle drops in this place. And then we just keep reacting and reacting and reacting, and we never know why. We wish we could change, but we can't because we have these emotional imprints. Meditation, breath work, yoga asanas, forgiveness, all help erase those samkaras. It cleans the slate. Let's see. Martine says, I have to go now, Yogi. Late here. Love you and great job, mods. Love all. Hope no one tried it. Nope, never tried it. Bacon never had it, to be honest. Interesting. Thank you, Martine. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do with the ox heart. Oh, let's see. Jim says, say bye to Rebecca, Yogi. Gotcha. Not to y'all. Global says, Bill, I'm still at 365 subs, man. So, guys, have you reached out to Global? He's hitting everyone up. If you're here, I guarantee you that Global has subscribed to you. Taking my supplement. Michael says Fever Dreams animation. Eric Point has just hit 1800. Well done. Let's see. Global says I can't get 500 for Shizzle. I don't understand that either because you're putting out really entertaining shorts. And as our friend Toy Pup says, shorts are a great way of getting subscribers. Man, got to figure out a way how to get there. Trending is in the background. Thank you, Trending. It's cooking. Yeah, Eric Lapointe says global more shorts will get you to 500. Yeah, hey, I don't know if this is optimal for everyone. Toy Pup says put out up to 20 in a day. The more shorts, the better, the more subscribers. Joe says, I was so nervous about the video premiere I did today. I have no idea why. I'm not even lying, and I'm nervous. New things. You know what? New creative endeavors can put us on that edge. We want it to go well. You know, you invested your heart in the things that you do, Joe. And when you put so much care into something like that, you want it. It's not so much wanting to be well received. We do, but we also want it to reach people, to reach the right people. It's a sign that you really care about what you're doing, Joe. Global says, Eric, I'm uploading loads. Got 400 something. Eric Point says, interesting. Thrive says 366. Thank you, Thrive. Hey, how about doing some live streams? It's been a little bit since I've seen you on a live stream. All right. Hey, Global, if I'm not mistaken, you should be at 377 as I got that secret extra account. It's really not an alt. It was the original YouTube channel that I started, I think, before they were connected with Google. So I have my Google account and then I have my original. 367 is where you are. Global says no, 300 something. Let's see. Kat says he should comment on something on a person's channel so they can add back. Yep, that's a good idea. Small Face is back. Welcome back, Small Face. Global says thanks, Joe. Small Face says woodpeckers were amazing. I love woodpeckers. Probably I see woodpeckers every day. Today I was out in the woods. Really windy day. We had gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and I found a tree. It's been going on the second year where owls have their nest. And yes, I made Small Face laugh about this. That's where they're mating. And I was out filming the owls in daylight as the trees were blowing back and forth. It was awesome. Yesterday, 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday. I got some really great close-ups of a hawk, a buzzard early this morning up in a tree. I got some deer about 2 days ago. Globo says a sub back to Jill. Nice. Hey, Carl. Carl says, good evening, everyone. Nice to see you, Carl. How have you been, my friend? Joe says, I agree with that. It's just nerve-wracking. Hey, Joe, if you ever want to do some breath work before you go live or before you do a premiere, just some nice calming breath work, let me know. Jim Rat says, I recommend only 3 shorts per day. Although, oops, I do drop like 5 or 6 every blue moon. Just figure out what works best for you. Hey, Jim Rat, why do you recommend 5 per day? Or 3 per day, I'm sorry. I do about 4 per day. I do 3 nature and then 1 of me reading my writing for the day. Hey, Laradox. Laradox says, the code answer to the puzzle I commented in your community post was Yogi is nice. Well, thank you. That's a nice message. If I tried to figure it out, I would still be staring at it right now, scratching my head. Global says, yeah, I'm going to hit that live stuff, bro. Says, thanks, man. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. So at least we got a few more, right? We got you to, give me 1 second. 371. Awesome. Laradox says he's originally from Florida. Hey, I didn't know that. Interesting. I lived in Florida for a summer in 1969. I was 4. Just to let you know that, yes, I'm old, but I'm not that old. Pretty old, though. Smallface says, those woodpeckers are in a league realm of their own. The speed and mobility is amazing. Like some bees, it makes me wonder how. Yeah, man, I'm stabbing your head, stabbing your beak, your face sword repeatedly into wood. It makes me wonder, how come God did not give me a face sword? People should have face swords. Instead, I got a nose. Danny's waving at Michael and Carl, Laradox, and Global. Global says, my brother flew to Mexico today. Nice. I haven't been to Mexico, but I sort of have a dream of living in Mexico. Copper Canyon in the mountains. Copper Canyon is actually deeper than the Grand Canyon. Laradox says, I'm a Florida kid, but for private reasons moved to North Carolina. Got you. So is this for a vacation, Global? North Carolina is a beautiful state too. I've thought about moving to North Carolina. I thought, if I ever had to sell my house, I'd get a camper van. In the summertime, I would be in the mountain area, Asheville, Cherokee, right up around there. And in the winter through early spring, I would be Outer Banks area. Dodoc says, it's easy, you promise? Oh, 14-hour flight. Man, that's a long flight. Man, Danny says, like octopuses? I love octopuses too. Escape artist extraordinaire. And Hawaii a lot. Yeah, I remember you talking about Hawaii. Kat says, after putting out free anything a day, your subscribers no longer get notifications for that day. I didn't know that. Interesting. Like says, I meant I promise. Oh, the puzzle? Easy for you. You're bright. You're young. You have a flexible mind. Global says, God gave me a bald head. You and me both. I think I'd rather have a face sword, though. Cat says, was the summer of 69. Oh, yeah. Brian Adams. It sounded like he had a whole lot more fun than I did. Well, I don't know about that. 4 years old, almost everything is fun when you're 4. It's when you're 5, everything begins to change. Jimmer says, I keep pushing the shorts that got viewed on loop, and those who got swiped away only at 50% rate or higher. Interesting. I find what works best for me. Sorry, I missed this. But I also study my short and see which ones get the most percentage view and percentages, and if people swiped away. You know what? Goga was talking about things like that today. I've never done any of that. I need to get with it. Malfoy says you can use your nose as a face sword. I could do that once. You can use your nose as a face sword once, and then it's over. It's ruined. Theodox says, Global, what do you mean airplanes are not allowed to go to Mexico? It's a recent law put in state to protect the citizens. When was this? I never heard of that before. Oh, and by the way, Global's he's in Great Britain, Theodox. Says, yeah, he took his girlfriend there for his 30th. Nice. Nice way to spend a birthday. Smallface says, Yogi, beyond the Grand Canyon will be your name when you move there. Nice. This is where the greatest endurance athletes ever, the greatest long distance runners, they put the Kenyans to shame, are in the Copper Canyon. Lodox says, follow me global, Lodox says, I love Mexicans and black people and Asians. What says that's nice. And everyone, all lives matters. I agree. Lodox says, it's who I am. I support everyone. And it's much appreciated. Smallface says, once is more than worth it. You think so? Should I do a YouTube short of me imitating a woodpecker? That actually might go viral. Hey, so anyone here ever have a video go viral before? I think a viral, it says 1,000 views in an hour or less. Joe says, heading out. Thank you so much for your support. Always, Yogi. Absolutely, Joe. Thank you. So the Mexican thing was BS on Laradox's part. Like I said, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because Global is in Great Britain. Jeremiah says, get the YouTube Studio app. I got that. Yep. Lets you dive into your videos, live shorts, gives you analytics on who watches and who doesn't, age range for your audience, plus more. Here's a question though. What can I do with that information? Nope, I never heard of Cybertruck, Paradox. I got one on my other channel with 145K views. Wow. Awesome. If you ever want to come by here on your other channel, Paradox. Hey, Jeremy and Charles, Cruise Adventure says, hey, everyone. How are you, my friend? Hey, are you guys subscribed to Jeremy and Charles Cruise Adventure? I mention this all the time. It's a wonderful channel. They will give you all the information you need if you want to take a cruise. If you're not even thinking about taking a cruise, they will inspire you to think about taking a cruise, and then you can get all the information you need. As well, they're just a fun place to hang out. They are good people and good friends. They invite you in, and they're fun to hang out with. And they know how to do YouTube. Austin drops his link. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate you guys being here. Jim Rat says viral is 1 million views. Is it? Wow. Austin is back. Eric Point says, really, Jim Rat? Wow. Global says Laradux. Austin says it hit 900 subs. Nice. Way to go. I remember when 500 was the goal. You've really grown, Austin. Says Laradux, WTF, you on about? Austin says, let's go for 1K subs. Absolutely. What's up, Leo? How are you? Much love to the GOAT. I was watching your shot collar, your short that you did with the Rocky theme. Man, that'll get you up and going. That'll, if you guys need help doing burpees, watch the short. Leo, I mentioned I was gifted a membership to your channel. I'm really looking forward to it. And then I'll keep it running. Jim Rat says, with that info, you know what to do to keep pushing. That's why I keep doing the same dances over and over again, but with different backgrounds and solid clothes, because those are the ones that keep. Interesting. And you know what? Getting views and subs. That never actually occurred to me. I go out for a run and a walk with my camera. I see what nature shows, and then I film it and post it. Oh, Eric Point says, yeah, Yogi, that was for me. Awesome. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Let's see. Theo says, when was a nasal breathing session, bro? That's a good question. What are you doing? It might be too early because I know you're in a different time frame. It would have to be on a Tuesday or Thursday. Sundays I've been doing with Jace. Although if you want to come up with Jason and I, we're gonna do the Paul from Oregon EMOM routine. 5-1 pumps on the minute, 5-1 pumps, 1-5 pump. And then you have the remainder of the minute to rest. And we'll do that nasal breathing, at least for the reps. Maybe we'll talk in the rest period. I'd prefer not to, but if you do want to co-stream with someone, you probably should talk, right? I think. But maybe on a Tuesday or Thursday. I'm really taking it easy on the burpees as I make my comeback with the kettlebells. But man, I'd love to do 100 nasal breathing with Leo. You could do 25, check the chat. 25, check the chat. Get an easy 100. For you, man, I appreciate you just taking it easy, coming down to my level for a while. Smallface says, I was thinking really hard. The conclusion is no, you should not imitate a woodpecker because that would be no more nasal sessions and no more breath work. This is true. That's an excellent point. I'm glad you told me that now. Let's see. Leo says, all good, brother. Tuesdays and Thursdays won't work because of my job and time difference. All good, brother Yogi. If it's meant to happen, it will. Hey, you want to join Jason and I on a Sunday? We've been doing just pull-ups and burpees and then like some type of finisher. He's been killing me with diamond push-ups. So, man, this has been a great session. Jim Rat, thank you for the information that you've given me. Hey, Eric Lapointe, what about you? Do you look at the analytics? You guys are Facebook pros. I need to up my game. To be honest, I sort of wing it. Um, I sort of leave it up in the air to um, sort of like what Leo was saying. If it's meant to happen, it will. That if people are meant to find what I do, they will. But hey, doesn't mean that you can't give it a little bit of a push. We're gonna wrap things up in just a minute or two. Anyone wants to do breath work before we do? Let me know. Smalface says Jace loves the diamonds. Getting late, so I got to go. Great live as always. You're amazing at what you do, like a woodpecker. Well, thank you. That's one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. Like a woodpecker. Let's see. Leo says it's good, Yogi. Uh, you get your work with Jace. Not working with Jace until he actually hits me up and does 1K with me. Nice. We'll work something out. Maybe on a Saturday. I could do my Saturdays. I do a 5-minute kettlebell long cycle set. That would be a good workout to hit my 5 minutes and then do 100 burpees with some chin ups. So let me know if Saturdays work and we can plan something in February on a Saturday. Eric Point says, yeah, I wing it for the most part. Smallface says, oh, too late for breathing, maybe tomorrow. Got you. Understood. So hopefully tomorrow. I was going to demonstrate it today, but instead we did a somatic breathing practice, tracing the fingers. Excellent for anxiety, panic attacks. You breathe in through the nose, pause, breathe out through the nose. In through the nose, pause at the tip of the finger, exhale. You just trace. The slower, the better. Doesn't have to be for any, you don't have to do breathing in for count of 4, pause, just breathe in, steady, slow, through the nose. You can use that Ujjayi breath that I mentioned before. So I demonstrated that this afternoon. What I want to demonstrate soon is Chandra Chandra Bhadran. Chandra Bhadran. Man, me trying to learn anything in Sanskrit is almost impossible. Me learning anything in English is almost impossible. However, this is, I mentioned before, it is called the moon piercing breath. And it is working systematically with the left nostril to put us into a circular pattern of entering the parasympathetic rest and digest state. So we would breathe in, count of 4 with the left, block it, breathe out through the right, count of 4. If we really need to relax, we could extend the exhalation, but this isn't so much as, like I said, it's a very good balancing breath. So you might want to keep it at like 4 and 4, even 5 and 5. And then you go back to the left. So I would block, I would breathe in, count of 4. Pause, breathe out, count of 4. Now, if I was doing alternate nostril breathing, I would breathe in with my right and then out left. But this is concentrating on the inhalation. Now, if I wanted more energy, if I wanted a balancing breath that gave me a little more energy, I would do the sun piercing breath. where I breathe in through the right, exhale through the left. Breathe in through the right, exhale through the left. You can see how it creates that circular pattern. It's amazing what you can do with the breath. How in 10 breaths, you can shift from one energetic state to the next, which is huge because we get trapped into that fight or flight, that low level stress, and we stay there. And then when something happens, bam, we're at range 10. So we go through life at that 6 and a 7, almost from the time that we're awake. Something little happens. We get cut off in traffic. That's no big deal. Someone in a car that made a mistake and refuses to acknowledge it. We would all love if they did, if they apologized, if they put their hands in the namaste position and said, I'm so sorry, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't be driving. I made a mistake. Please forgive me. And we would salute. Understood. I agree. You are an idiot. And we'd be on our way. Or if someone bumps into us or whatever. But because of this low level stress that we carry, and it's everywhere, it's just insidious in our lives, that something happens. Neighbor's dog barks, and we get to 6. And then kids are running around making noise, whatever, and we're at 7. The boss yells at us, and we're at 8. We go to drive home, someone cuts us off, and we're at 10. And we can't get back down. Breathing gives you the tools, not just to get back down to 6, but to go all the way down so that you're cruising along in life at a 2 and a 3, and you know when to respond. You're still going to have reactions, but you can now go back. It's not the end of it. But to train yourself to be responsive versus reactive is a major shift in your life. Minimal investment. How I was taught to teach, and it was hugely important for me. Doing breath work for a long time, but learning how to teach was big for me. The right breath for the right occasion, the right breath for the right circumstance. Eric Point says true. So 3 breath sessions a day, 10 breaths each. Minimal investment. Usually it takes about 3 minutes. And then therapeutically as needed. If you need that rest, if you feel that you're going up, take a little bit of a break, do your breath work again, you're right back down. You need energy, do the specific breath work, you go back up. My breath work teacher told me that you get 90 to 95% of the benefits of meditation just from doing pranayama, just by doing breath work. And when he first told me that, I took a little bit of offense because I was a meditation teacher. I had done breath work forever, but I was primarily a meditation teacher. And I was like, well, I don't see it. Meditation is such a valuable tool, and it is. But not everyone is going to invest that length of time in a meditation practice. I wish they would, because again, it's a life changer. You will never be more inspired in your life. Artistic energy will flow into your life in a way you can't imagine. You will feel, in a short amount of time, connected to everyone and everything. And it just gets better and better and better the more you meditate. I've written every day, every single day, no matter what I was doing. Even if I was doing a 100-mile race or a 24-hour race, inspiration would come, and I'd go to my aid station. If I had a phone in my bag, I would text myself what I wrote. Or I'd ask for a scrap of paper. Or in my pack, I might carry a little notebook. Every day for 26 years without missing a day. But as everyone who's been listening to me for a little while knows, that I am extremely retentive in the things that I love to do. I do the love. I do the things that I love, which is important to me. It's also why I don't want to get a job. Eric Point says that sounds amazing. It does, and it's so possible for every single one of us. Again, yeah, I do. I do most things to a little bit to the extreme, but not everyone needs to do that. Not everyone has the time. Not everyone has the desire to do that. But everyone wants to feel better. Everyone wants to be less reactive. I don't know anyone who has overreacted to a spouse, to a child, to a dog, to even someone in traffic. I don't know anyone who feels better about themselves afterwards. Not a single person. I never do. I My greatest spiritual teacher ever. Well, dogs are always great spiritual teachers. Eckhart Tolle says cats are. He said he has known several Zen masters in his life, and they were all cats. For me, my two greatest spiritual teachers, my mom with Alzheimer's, the fact that I had a contentious relationship with my mom and everything had to be set aside, and that I had to practice what the Course says infinite patience produces immediate results. It sounds like a contradiction, right? If I had infinite patience, then I wouldn't need the practice and I wouldn't need those instant results. But you practice patience. No one says you have to be good at it. You practice. Eric Point says, yeah, I never do either. Which is why forgiveness is such a big key as well. I know a lot of people who practice forgiveness, loved ones, and it never occurs to them that they can do it with themselves. That all the forgiveness they've given to other people should be turned around and focused upon themselves. When you are self forgiving, it's so easy and natural to forgive others. Don't even have to think about it. Um, but yeah, practicing patience with my mom, always coming back to the center moment and knowing that raising your voice or insisting, none of that works with anyone who is suffering dementia in any form. But it does cause hurt feelings. And of course, my other big spiritual learning was from Milka, allowing the nature of love, or let's not say the nature, allowing love to change in all of its ways, eventually coming back full circle. Had I not allowed things to change like that, had I insisted that things be the way I wanted them to be, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would have lost the other most important person in the world to me. Just because I had demands. I demand this to be this way. So when we do breath work, we become less demanding. Doesn't mean we don't have preferences. Doesn't mean we still wouldn't prefer to have things in a nice, easy fashion. But life doesn't always work that way. But we can become cooperative with life. And it's a gift. I'm getting there. Little by little. I dreamed of my entire life, my entire adult life, actually from teenage years on. I dreamed of enlightenment, reading every book on yoga, books on Buddhism, books on Sufism, books on all kinds of stuff. Hey, Tandra. Eric Point says, me too. Eric, it amazes me because I hear you talk about how you used to be angry. It's just hard to imagine. my every interaction with you has just been easy, an easy person to hang out with. We got Tandra's support. So yeah, you know what? I wanted to be enlightened, which is why I dove into yoga. It's why I dove into A Course in Miracles. The end result is to be awakened. And here's what I found out. I'd much rather be kind. I'd much rather be forgiving. I'd much rather be loving and inspired. So I completely stopped chasing after it, and I've settled into a life of kindness. I've settled into a life of practicing kindness in every opportunity, practicing forgiveness in every opportunity. And life certainly gives you opportunities. Facebook gives you opportunities. Every live stream, someone gives me an opportunity to be forgiving. And I try not to waste them. It was, let me read a quote real quick. Aldous Huxley, who wrote the Perennial Philosophy. I love this quote. If I can find it, should be coming up. Aldous Huxley says he was a long-time spiritual seeker. Again, he wrote the Perennial Philosophy. He wrote the book The Island. Wonderful novel. He said, it's a little embarrassing that after 45 years of research and study, the best advice I can give people is to be a little kinder to each other. How beautiful is that?
Meow.
That was weird. That was weird. Eric Point says, give me a second. Yes, very angry. I really got angry when someone was ruining a good time for their own selfish needs. Ironically, I would get very upset about that and would ruin it anyways. Isn't that funny how that happens? Like you said, ironically. I've been there, specifically in my drinking
Bye-bye.
days. That was it.
I just
Meow and Gil.
say meow and then go bye-bye.
A drive-by meow.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a YouTube. That might be a YouTube first. Well, thank you. I appreciate the drive-by meow. Take care, my friend.
Love yous.
Love you, my friend. Take care. You guys were here. You witnessed it. A drive-by meow. Earlier today, he did a drive-by moo. Let's see. I have used YouTube to be a better person. That's amazing. Eric Lapointe, there's a book there for you. How to be a better person through YouTube. Absolutely amazing. So to think all the time I wasted watching cat videos. Actually, I spent a whole winter watching Password from the 1960s, the early 1960s to the early 1970s, when I was caregiving for my father and I needed to be close by. I had my running done for the day. I didn't want to invest in any like watching TV or anything because I knew I might have to leave like in a second. So I was watching Password Game Show for an entire winter. It was actually good. It was actually pretty funny. And to think It could have been using that time to be a better person on, on YouTube. Hey, Specs. Specs says, can't chat, but got you rolling. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Stuart says, had to do it. I just had to. I appreciate it. The amazing, energetic Joshua is here. Runner Boy says, hey, Sniper. Let's see. Danny says, I was thinking that was Jason saying meow. Jason's been doing some goat sounds lately. We start my restream now. Peace. Awesome, Runner Boy. Runner Boy is getting up there in his watch hours, guys. Nice, guys. I appreciate you all coming in. What's up, Joshua? This is the amazing, energetic Joshua. Hello, everyone here. We got some love from Specs. Specs, my friend. Prayers to you and your pup. I know you can't talk. Prayers and love to you both. Joshua says, like done. Appreciate that. 29 likes. Thank you, guys. Stuart says, hi to Specs. Hey, guys, if you could send out some love and some prayers to Specs and her puppy. Stuart says, sort of the point. And sends him some love and some meat. The gift of love and meat. Eric Point says, I had Yogi for to myself for a bit. This is true. I think it was it's just you and I and Tandra there for a little while. Which actually just goes to show. Keep doing your live stream. Don't do your live stream because there's a lot of people watching. Don't stop your live stream because you think no one's watching. Do your live stream because you want to be doing a live stream, because you want to express something, whatever it is. Look at for me, I'm a talking channel. I'm a live stream. I look at the camera and I talk about whatever comes up whenever. Do it because you have something to say. Joshua says, hello, everyone. Oh, you've updated your profiles. Awesome. So, guys, our friend Joshua has now has his Buy Me Coffee and PayPal on his channel. Unfortunately, he cannot have super chats. Hopefully, that's going to be corrected soon. But there are ways to support, and the amazing, energetic Joshua is here to put a smile on people's face. That is worthy of support. So, if you guys don't mind, I don't understand. Sniper says, can't stay. I've had to like, love everyone. Love to you, Sniper. Thanks for coming in. I'm actually going to sign off in just a little bit. Eric Point says, true Yogi. Tanya says, Eric wasn't sure whether to say hi. Eric Point says, okay, Joshua. Here's what Toy Pop says. Here's what Goga says. YouTube is in the business to make money. They want you to make money because when you make money, they make money. It seems to me no sense to demonetize a channel that's making you money. Makes no sense. So yeah, hopefully this is all going to turn around. In the meantime, though, I'll keep mentioning. Thank you for the jewels. We get another thumbs up. I will keep mentioning the Buy Me Coffee and PayPal. Do you have a preference? Hey, Toy Pups, I was just talking about you. Get 10 more jewels. Thank you. Joshua says, Puppy Mommy, hello. Flip Up says Eric Lapointe. So I'm coming up on a year. It might already be a year of hanging out with Eric Lapointe on YouTube, as well as a year of hanging out with Squirrel Sniper. I think Squirrel Sniper and Eric Lapointe came in right around the same time. Get another thumbs up. So I think by next month, by the way, these jewels will be available to everyone. March at the latest. Flip Up says I have to rewatch to hear the gossip. Okay, buy me coffee is better. But I don't care. Got you. Okay. We got some love from Specs. Let's see. Toy Pup says, "Thank you so much, Eric Lapointe. You're so much fun." And soon, I think it's going to be February, maybe March. It'll be a year with Goldie. Gotta admit, man, that's a lot of time listening to me. You guys have the patience of a saint. Danny says, "Puppy Mommy, we love you." Yep, we certainly do. And Joshua says, "Eric Lapointe, when is your live?" Toy Pup says, "Specs, my Pinky Bear, I miss you, girly." Eric Lapointe says, "Yes, a year or close to it. Time flies when you're having fun." People are always amazed when I tell them that a year ago, Eric Lapointe, I think he had like 1 or 2 videos up, and none of them were of him. I don't remember how many subscribers you had, but I think it was under 10. And what he's done is nothing short of amazing in building a channel. Joshua says, "Yogi guys, I'm doing a all out work live stream tomorrow morning." Nice. So, well, I was going to ask, what do you mean by an all out work live stream? But I'll find out. I'll find out tomorrow morning. Tanya says, "I'm thankful I found Eric, or else I wouldn't be here." Yep. And Eric Lapointe introduced me to Tandra. Oh, unscheduled live stream. Nice. Toy Pup says, "Yogi, you're worth it." Thank you, Toy Pups. Fix the same. I'm sorry. I hope to be back ASAP. Take your Specs. Take your time. There is no rush for anything. You have your priorities laid out. Danny says, "Specs, everything will be okay with Coda." Thank you, Danny. I didn't have a video until May, and I had 3 subscribers. And then Eric wanted 50, so he could do a live stream to do burpees. He also wasn't doing burpees. He was also, what was it, 40 pounds heavier? Flip Up says, "Oh my God, that's awesome, Eric." Jim Rat sends some love. Thanks, Jim Rat. It is the power of burpees. Eric Lapointe was compelled to do burpees for some unknown reason. Flip Pup says, "Anything goes tomorrow at work." Nice. Anything goes. Hey, what time, Joshua? Jug, dance, sing. You tell me to do burpees, push-ups, or sing a song by request. I wonder if there's a possibility of chugging, dancing, and singing while you do burpees all at the same time. If anyone can do it, it would be the amazing energetic Joshua. Eric Point says yes, 40 pounds heavier, and Yogi bullied me into a better life. This is just a suggestion. Hey, Eric, you ever do some burpees? The next thing I know, he's doing the Holy Grail. One little question. Hey, Eric, you ever think about doing burpees? And I turn my back. I turn around. Eric Lapointe is hitting 1,000 burpees. Tanya says YouTube is amazing. I never thought I would be an attractor on a Christmas tree farm and love it. This is true. YouTube really is a gift. Jim Rat says, I was thanking people for 100 subs just 4 months ago. And I'm grateful for my growth and for all of you. As predicted by all of us, Jim Rat, 2.55K. Amazing. Toy Pup said this. Silly Jim Rat is going to be huge. Eric Point says to Silly Jim Rat, great work, brother. Let's see. Joshua says, Yogi, when is your live stream tomorrow? I will do my 5 a.m. in the morning. And then my 1 o'clock and my 5:20-ish in the evening. Jim Rat says, Eric, I don't know if you saw my message on Bonnie's Live, but I said you were looking slim. Short Pup says, it's the same time every day, Joshua. Same time every day, the same meal every day, at the same time every day, the same meditation every day. Man. 626. Eric says, yes, I saw that. Jim Rat, I appreciate that. Jim Rat is waving to Joshua. Took Pup says, Yogi is always scheduled and punctual. I think what she meant to say was Yogi is always weird. Toy Pup says, Silly, very creative and talented. He is. You should moderate to grow your channel. Jim Rat says, thank you, Puppy Mommy. Says you're welcome. So I need to wrap things up. It is past my bedtime. I'm glad we waited things out. Otherwise, I would have missed you guys. Let's see, Toy Pup says, yes, Yogi, we can always count on you. I hope so. I want to be a presence. I want people to know, hey, I can turn here and we can do some breath work, or we can do some forgiveness work, or we could do whatever. But says bye all, and thank you. Absolutely, my friend. Eric Point says another great live. Thank you, Eric. Oh, Joshua says I was asking because I don't pay attention to the 6 a.m. because I am either not awake or already up and busy at that time. Understood. Tanya says, bye all. Take care. Hey, guys. We are almost at that magical 3,000 point with Tandra. If you can watch a playlist, much appreciated. Her and Runner Boy neck and neck. Runner Boy was 2,355, I believe. Who's it going to be first? It's between Daisy May, if you could watch a playlist, Tandra, if you could watch a playlist, and Runner Boy, if you could watch a playlist. Who's it going to be first? Those are the big three. Jeffrey says, so Jim, I just realized I was not connected to you. Trip Up said, I'm glad you made it. I am too. Trip Up says, Specs, check your Discord. I sent you a friend request. Eric Point says, yeah, Joshua, Yogi gives you 3 tries to make his live. 5 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely. 5 a.m. is always geared towards reading some sort of inspirational spiritual text, talking about it. And then the 1 and the 5:30 are sort of whatever we talk about, we talk about. Tandra says, or Spec says, been watching all yours, Tandra. Love the goats especially. Jim Red has subbed back to Joshua. Awesome, guys. And Joshua says, guys, check out my Discord and my Instagram links on my profile. Tip Up says, Joshua, we should chat. Tandra says, Specs, thank you. X says, Tandra started when I started, and look at her now. Yeah, amazing. Even just from, she mentioned this, Tandra mentioned this, from October to now. What she has done with her watch hours is pure genius. Daisy should be first. She is at 2640-ish. Yeah, I try to keep her up too. When I see her doing a live stream, I'd like to pop in and say hi and then keep her up and running. Jim Rat says, much love and respect to you all from the bottom of my widow heart. Tanya says, I have Daisy playing now. Awesome. Eric Point says, bye and good night, everyone. Good night, Eric. Joshua says, message me after yoga ends, which is right about now. Tanya says, Eric, I try. You do an excellent job. Tip Up says, we do. Sorry if we've been so busy using 2 devices. It is spam time, so we're going to say goodnight right after the spam time. Jim says, good night, Eric. Thank you, Eric. We got more jewels. And tonight's feature in the spam department from the amazing energetic Joshua is Silly Jim Rat, 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 and Silly Jim Rat. This is the end. Good night, everyone. Flip Up says, direct the point. Yep, we got some jewels. Always so cool to see. Remember, it will be available to everyone either February or March at the latest. Should be worldwide. Flip Up says, good night and namaste. Cat Jack says, Nama weird, Yogi. Nama weird to you, Cat. Namaste, Joshua. Danny, you have a good night, my friend. Danny, the awesome moderator. You do not come into a live stream where Danny is a moderator without Danny giving you recognition. To me, it's a beautiful gift that Danny gives everyone. With that, good night, my friends. I will see everyone whenever. I'll be on the lookout for you. Take care.